Yes, hello champions, this is Elias Mohoze. I'm really delighted to join you this week once again to share with you tips on how you can be able to grow your business, especially network marketing. I'm also the author of this wonderful book, The Master Key to Network Marketing Success. This is our French version that's now a big seller in many of the French-speaking countries. And we also have the English version, which I would encourage any team leader who is looking at building a very serious business to be able to get a copy of the Master Key to Network Marketing Success. Actually, you can also be able to get a copy on Amazon, and you'll be able to get it at a subsidized price. But I will also be very happy, especially those of us who are in East Africa, if you can be able to meet me, I'll be glad to give you an autographed copy. This week, we are going to share a very, very important topic, and that is assemble your tools. Now, you've heard, especially those of us who have joined the Scouts Association or the Girl Guides Association, they have a motto, and that is always be prepared. Now, that statement there is also very true for us as networkers. We must always be prepared, and that's why I'm encouraging you to assemble your tools, to make sure that every time you have a chance to present to someone, to prospect someone, to be able to speak to a client, you are ready and well prepared. There's a statement in network marketing that says that you don't go prospecting, but you prospect as you go. What that one means is that you may not wake up and you say, oh, I'm going to the mall to prospect, or I'm going to a party to prospect. Not at all, because you see, they're going to become a hawker of the opportunity of the products. But rather we say prospect as you go, that every time you are running up and down doing your activities, that is a chance for you to meet and connect with people. You have gone to a restaurant to eat food, there are waiters, there are also other customers like you who you could be able to socialize with, and it can be prospects. You have gone to the bank to bank, there are bankers who are going to serve you, but they're also fellow customers. These are people that you should be open-minded about, because you can be able to meet them and you prospect them. Maybe, let me say, you're traveling either by bus or through air. Now, whoever you're meeting as you're doing your daily activities, you're in a salon, you are shopping, those are the prospects that you meet them as you do your daily activity. That shows you that you must always be prepared that you could have a chance to meet someone and whom you should be able to connect with, and maybe by God's grace you could actually end up presenting them on the very day. So you must always be ready as a networker to seize the opportunity when it avails itself. So what are some of the tools that a networker should always have so that they are ready to be able to do business with a customer, with a prospect, with anyone who they meet as they run around with their daily activity? Number one is a very good pen. While it looks like something very, very simple, actually it is embarrassing for you to reach out to make a presentation for someone and you're having a pen that is either beaten or it is broken or it has no cover, it looks unprofessional. Then there, you are already beginning to lose the sale. Remember that you have a very, very short time to make a very good first impression. So right from the kind of pen that you have, it is very, very, very important. And of course, needless to say, the hands that hold the pen, are your nails well clipped? Are they, especially for us the ladies, are the cuticles not broken? Because as you're presenting, either maybe in a public presentation or a one-on-one, someone's looking at your hands, someone's looking at your fingers. The second tool that I think is very, very important is the presentation guide. Now, this presentation guide could be, many companies provide, all teams provide presentation guide booklets that you can be able to open and flip through and you share with someone the presentation. Now, always have it on you, especially in your bag, both the gentlemen and the ladies, but also importantly, make sure it is clean. Now, where you don't have a presentation guide, then have a laptop or a pad, or some people have presentations on their phones, but basically have a presentation somewhere that anytime you need to present to someone, then you can be able to present to someone. Of course, the preferred, especially here in Africa, I want to believe that the preferred kind of presentation guide, if possible, you better use a booklet, because this one is easy. And even those people who don't have laptops or fancy gadgets, really believe that, oh, I can be able to what? To do this. But whatever the case, make sure you have a presentation guide somewhere, either a laptop or an actual PowerPoint or a physical booklet, but it must be clean, must be looking nice. Remember, you want to make a very good impression. You want to show that you're professional. You want to show that you know what you are doing. Then the other one is the book for circles. We call it a book for circles, or you can call it a spiral notebook. That generally, even if you're using a laptop, even if you're using a physical presentation guide, sometimes you're going to be forced to write down some things, especially as you're elaborating. So you need that spiral notebook. Why a spiral notebook is the best tool for presenting is a spiral notebook, because many times after you're presented, many clients, many prospects say, please give me the paper where you wrote. So normally with a spiral notebook, it's very easy for you to pull it out and you give it to them. Now, of course, with the spiral notebook, if someone is going to ask you to pull out a paper, remember to bin it. So when you are writing, whatever you're writing down, don't think you're writing down rough work. It could be rough work to you, but to your prospect, it's actually information they could be able to ask. So always make sure that you are neat. In my book, I wrote about how to be neat when you're doing a presentation. Now, point number 4 is evidence. Evidence that the company is working, and I could stroke it with testimony. Evidence, stroke testimony. Now, always arm yourself either in your gadget or somewhere in a folder, either or maybe on YouTube, you have a channel probably where some stories are stored for yourself, or maybe for your uplines or sidelines, whatever, but always have a video. It can be a video. Now, it is either all or both of them. It can be a video whereby maybe the presentation is explained further, or a lifestyle video for your team or for one of your uplines, and probably you feel that when their testimony could be able to inspire some of your guests. For example, if I'm speaking to a teacher and maybe there's a teacher in my team who has a video, let me have that video either on YouTube or maybe in my folder, phone. If you're speaking to a banker, it will be important. Maybe if there's a banker who is successful, show them that video. If you are speaking to an engineer, there's an engineer who is successful, show them that video. So always arm yourself with those testimonies so that anytime an opportunity presents itself, you're ready to seize it. Of course, the other one is a bank statement. Many companies especially that are paying through the bank, it is very important. Some people are skeptical that does my money come? Is this real? Is it possible? So bank statement is not about showing how much you have earned. No. It's really showing that there's evidence that money comes away from the bank account of the company which you are working with to your bank account. So you're showing them that actually I'm not just speaking about figures, I've actually been able to be paid through the bank. It's a very, very important area. The other piece of evidence you could be able to look at is the dashboard. Many companies have a well-elaborated dashboard whereby you can open for someone, show them how recruitment happens, how the genealogy or the tree is organized, how you can withdraw your money, how different transactions, like basically what happens when a person joins. So basically when you take someone through the dashboard, most likely they are able to have evidence that the company actually works. So we shall go to tool number 5, and that is the product stock. Now, many people actually could overlook this one, but I want to suggest that I've been able to see that when a customer, especially if you're going to speak to a customer who you think could buy products, I know that companies provide catalogs whereby you can show pictures and all that. Yes, pictures are very good. But if you have some physical products, most likely it increases the chance of the prospect buying actually. So it is very important that you can't carry the whole maybe stock of the company products, maybe you may not be able to do that. But at least as you speak to some prospective clients, I'm sure you've already done homework and you know what they could most likely be able to buy, or what is the top seller for yourself or maybe for your company. Please have some of those first, so that when a person, when you're presenting to someone, you show them the physical product, most likely they'll be able to take up that product. But when you show them pictures, people could delay to place their order because the physical product is not there. So it's important to have a physical product or some physical products, especially as you present to clients or if you are doing nutritional seminars. Then, of course, point number 6, and very important, is a diary, Because remember that when you don't set appointments, then you don't have businesses. Now, I want us to be able to have an appointment book. Call it a diary. I don't know what it is, but always make sure that you have that booklet, that area whereby every day you make appointments for the following day or for the days to come. Appointments. That's what runs our business. Never start a day without appointments of who you're going to meet. Then why are you in the business altogether? So you must have appointment for customers, appointment for prospects you're going to be able to meet. And appointments are not made on the day you're going to meet them, but they're made on the day before. That's why I always encourage people to have a lifestyle of prospecting whereby every day you have set appointments for the following day. And remember that the day where you have appointments, you are more enthusiastic, you are more energized, you feel that you can be able to do your business much better. But a day whereby you wake up and you don't know who you're going to meet, you don't know which customer you're going to meet, like basically your business depends on luck, then that day is not as motivating as the day when you have what? Customers. So diary is very important, and of course, needless to say, as an addition, point number 7 is a name list. A name list is whereby that booklet where you write the people you meet. You have met in the mall, you have met in the salon, you have met in a restaurant, you have met at a bank, you have met as you travel. Please always make sure you put them in your name list. Write them down, write a few notes about them so that you can always keep on following it up. Now, I know that we have phones with big space and all that, but I'm sure that all of us have those contacts within your phone, a Joseph, a Sarah, a Martin, a Martha, whom when you look at them, you're like, oh, where did I meet this person? You forgot. But with a name list, it is very important that you don't forget them because you write some notes about them, but also importantly, it's easy to follow them up because they are written somewhere in a separate booklet. Then point number 8, and lastly, is your story. Your story is also a tool. Now, your story is not a physical tool, but let me tell you something. A story is the most important tool that you ever have. Why? Because a story will help you promote your business. Remember that every time you meet a customer, let me say someone wants my products. If you don't have a product story, most likely you may not get their emotional engagement. Business, if you present someone and you cannot tell your story, why you joined, what your circumstances, what have you achieved, that is very important. So I want to suggest that, as I wrote in my book here, your story is the most important resource. Always make sure you write down your story, practice your story, listen to your story, record yourself, improve it, and ask yourself, if I was the customer, if I was the prospect listening to this story, would I be motivated to either buy the product or join this business? So make sure you improve your story, make it better and better and better, because as a networker, you always start with your story when you're meeting customers, when you're meeting prospects, but also your own downlines want to hear your story so they're inspired by the kind of leader you are. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to speak to you this week. I hope that you have been able to enjoy it. Please make sure you subscribe. Ask your team to subscribe so that you don't miss any of our weekly tips we share on how you can grow your network marketing business. I'm delighted to have you, and may God bless you. Cheers and power.